Hey y'all, Shelly here. So here's a little snippet from this year's Hospice Nurse Your Opinion Matters survey. So the one that's going on right now, just a little glance into it. It's still open, so there's still time to go take it. But look at what we're seeing so far. This is incredible to me. So one of the questions we ask is what do you consider most important to least important when you're considering a company to work for or in your current company? What's most important? So right now, maintaining patient ratios is at 51%. Last year, rate of pay was the highest. You can see the order. I left everything in the same order that it was from last year, but you can see the big change in what we're talking about now. So maintaining patient ratios, 51% said this is the most important thing. 25% said rate of pay, and then down from that, on-call nurses at 15%. Again, this year, nobody's saying sign-on bonus, so we still know we can use that money in somewhere that's more effective in keeping the nurses that we have. Admit nurses down there a little bit lower. Benefits, only 4%. Last year, benefits was number 3. So this year, it is only at 4%. So maintaining those patient ratios is really, really apparently very important to you guys, and I can definitely understand that. Let me read to you some of the things that the nurses are saying, that we're saying in here. And this is, I think, I picked a couple that we're hearing over and over and over. Excessive drive times, high ratios combined with expected productivity points. Being primary on call on top of having to work full days and then still being on call. Having to drop your routine visits to go and do admits. That's a big one. This nurse says that there's unreasonable expectations from administration and that administration does not allow for the time it takes to drive back and forth between patients. This is significant, you guys, because that's part of our patient acuity in hospice. Not just how long does the physical care for the patient take, but how long does it take us to actually get from one patient to the other? And not just mileage, but there's a lot of things to consider there. So I talk about that a lot in the presentations that I do. But this is very important. They also go on to say the redundant charting is a problem. Excessive documentation. We hear this over and over and over. I think every one of you that has responded has said something about the excessive documentation. This is a good one. Slow processing tablets that are not meant to run these big programs. That is so significant. This seems like a little thing, but you guys, that is so frustrating and such an easy thing to fix. We can fix that. We can fix that. We can get better tablets and we'll make your life so much better. Also, high ratios, talking about that. Everything we do in a separate program, from the documentation to ordering meds, and it's ineffective in our time management. Y'all, that's so true, and very significant. And I'm very glad that someone put that down, because that's another thing. We can fix that. There are programs that can integrate all of these things, and we put them on a good functioning tablet. Simple things that we can do from the hospice agency administrative standpoint that can be done, that can make your life so much better and make you so much happier in your job. And this is what I'm going to go around and talk about all next year. I'm taking all of this stuff that you're saying, and we'll put the solutions in there too. So we're going to make it easy for the people that are coming to my presentations where I'm going to be talking. Here's what's wrong and here's what we can do to fix it. So please go take the survey. Give me your input. The more of you that are saying these things, the more that people are going to listen. If I can say 2,000 nurses responded, and almost all 2,000 of them said that they don't care about a sign-on bonus. They want to maintain their nurse-to-patient ratios. They want their caseloads maintained. They want to have a flexible schedule. They want to have dedicated on-call nurses. Because you know what? We can take this money that we were spending on a sign-on bonus and we can add another nurse so that drops your caseload. That just makes sense. That's an easy thing to do. These are easy fixes that we can look at. So please go in there, give us your input. Let me know what it is that you have to say. There's strength in numbers. If you've already taken it, please repost this. Tell your friends to go take it. Go to hospicenursesurvey.com. Take the survey. There's only a couple weeks left, so we really need to push and get as many people to take it as possible. hospicenursesurvey.com. Thanks, you guys. Y'all have a good night.